Statement and just start with it's really exciting to start a new season, especially here in Cintas Center. I mean, we've been away for what seems like a long time, but opening night here, and we didn't play an exhibition game this season, so this was the first time that this year's team was in front of our crowd. Student section was incredible. The energy in the building for an 8 p.m. start on Monday was awesome. And we're going to really need our crowd this year, just like we've always taken advantage of the great atmosphere. And just wanted to thank everybody for showing up on a Monday night, knowing how much that impacts winning, how much that impacts our program, and just wanted to thank the students for being like they were here tonight on our season opener.
Coach Gitas seemed to supply the spark for you guys in the first half, especially, and you had a 50-28 advantage in the paint. Just what did you see from his game at a big stage, his first game with Xavier and starting as well?
So, Gitas 10 points and 12 rebounds. It's hard to ask him for a better performance in the first time that he's ever played for us. He also has missed some time practicing recently. He's been sick. And he just came back really for about 3 practices in a row and missed, in essence, almost a week before that. So I was nervous for him, but I thought he did an excellent job. Like all of our players, I think there's certain things he can improve on, but his knack for the ball, and he doesn't necessarily look the part as a great offensive rebounder, but we've all seen these players throughout the years where they just have a way of being able to be around the basketball. And that's how I would describe Gitas.
You said, earlier this, last month even, you needed Des to be great for this team, and you thought that he could be. Was tonight just a culmination of all that work and improvement you've seen from him over the fall and over the summer?
Yeah, I mean, I watch it every day. Des is a terrific player. I really mean this, and I thought he could have done almost more than he did. He had 25. I mean, I thought he could have had 30. He cramped up at the beginning of the second half, and that's what tonight was about, learning the difference between a year ago and this year. When you're playing 37 minutes and you're called upon to score and pass, and all the different things that we're asking from Des, and guard defensively, guard sometimes the other team's best player, it really can take a toll on you physically. And I think it was, I don't want to say a wake-up call for Des, but a reminder of just taking care of yourself, making sure you're hydrated, because that's the last thing we want is for him to sit on the bench and cramping up 15 minutes to go. That's not a good feeling for us, for sure. But he's really turning into an outstanding player, and I believe the best is yet to come for him.
Coach, I think first game, there's going to be some good stuff, there's going to be some bad stuff. Is it hard to be balanced in how you observe a performance like this, or does your mind naturally go to the things that you want to fix?
For sure. Some of the, and it'll be interesting to see as we move forward, anxiety, nerves, butterflies, guys dropping passes. There's a couple of head-scratching moments, both on offense and defense, that I would chalk up to opening night, first game, but also so many new faces. If you think about Trey Green and Dalen Swain, I mean, they've been waiting their entire life to play college basketball, and here it is. And there are times when, especially on Trey has been really consistent shooting the ball for us. Tonight wasn't his night, but I know he'll bounce back. I thought Dalen showed some flashes of what can happen, and then he had a few errors that, again, an 18-year-old freshman playing college basketball for the first time. So I think patience is required by our staff, and at the same time, there's a reason that people talk about how difficult it is to win with freshmen, or how difficult it is to have this many new players. So we can only fall on that sword so many times. Well, we have to be the program, the team, the coaching staff that can get that improvement, that can teach Dalen, okay, this is what happened. The next game you have to fix this. Not, oh, he's a freshman. Because the way it's set up for us, we're really counting on those guys. they have to do a great job for us. They're our team. The other player that I thought did a great job in the role that we gave him tonight was Sasha. In the second half, when we broke the game open, I thought he was really instrumental in playing smart, finished 2 baskets right around the rim, did a good job being smart on defense, and he did that allowing Abu to get some much needed rest. So that's that depth that you hope you can develop. And right now, without Lazar playing, we're really a little bit more shorthanded than we would like.
Looked like Lazar had a cast on that hand. Do you have an update on what he's dealing with?
Yeah, he's dealing with, like a small fracture in his hand. He's already missed 1 week. I think the good news is it's one of those things that he'll be able to return sooner rather than later. And we just want to get him out of that period of time where he can hurt it more. We're going to be out of that period, and then it's up to him to kind of play with tolerance for a while. And then eventually I think he'll move out of it. If there's a such thing as a good injury to a hand, I think that's what he has. Meaning he won't be out nearly the length of time that maybe he could have been with a more severe situation. But we miss him. I mean, one of the things that I believe about this year's team is we have more firepower off the bench, but we really don't have that as much without him.
John, how nice was it to see you guys close out? They don't score for the final 421 of this game. You hold them to 34% field goal shooting. Those are 2 big, I think, check marks in terms of what head coaches look for when you look to close out games.
Yeah, maybe we wore them down a little bit. It was a fast pace throughout the game. But I looked at our second half defense, and they were 8 for 29 from the field, 1 for 9 from 3. But what we did is we fouled them. We fouled 2 3-point shooters. They went 13 for 13 from the free throw line in the second half. So when you think about that, us putting them on the line never allowed us to really get that big cushion, that feeling that they can't score, because we put them at the foul line. So one of the things that I think we have to look at is, why was that? What are the things we can do better? Why did we foul them? And teach our guys to play longer stretches without fouling. Offensively, if we played with 12 turnovers, 14, 13 turnovers, which is still a bigger number, we would have scored in the 80s. But we weren't able to do that tonight because we had 17 turnovers and probably about 4, you just got to catch the ball. 4 times the ball, just we didn't catch it. So again, my hope is that that's more opening night, not we can't catch.
One last question.
Sean, you guys only shot 11 3-point opportunities tonight. Was that part of the game plan, or was it just kind of how the game worked its way out?
The way they played defense, they did a great job of hugging our shooters, and they're quick on offense. They played 5 out, nobody in and around the basket, tough to guard. And on defense, because of their quickness, they could really take that away. But, look, I'd rather have 28 made 2s or 28 made 2s. You think about it. So we were 28. I don't even have it, but you can make 28 2s. It's difficult to lose. And I thought of the 28, we missed 2 or 3 that we got to make. We almost made 32s. So that's the focus. And we also had 21 assists. It's that number of turnovers that made the game feel sloppy and funny. And defensively, it was our fouling that never quite allowed us to feel good about what we were doing.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.